Welcome to the House of the Hammer, built by the nation for the nation. Welcome to Raider Nation News today. I am your host and the tribal chief of Raider Nation, Hammer. Do me a favor.
Acknowledge me.
Y'all know the routine when y'all come in here. Those that don't, let me learn you real quick. Smash some thumbs, hammer that sub, crush the bell to stay up to date with all your Raiders news, rumors, updates, live streams, and reactions. We have a lot to talk about today. Mel Kiper just dropped his latest 2-round mock draft. And with Pete Carroll now at the helm and John Spytek running the front office, the Raider War Room has become a brand new vibe. Who did Kiper give us? Are these building blocks for us in the new Raider era? We're going to dive into it. We're going to break it all down. We're going to see if these picks are legit or are they straight up trash. So let's get right into it. He came out with this mock a little earlier today. And as we have talked about this for weeks on end, with the 6th overall pick in 2025 rather, NFL draft, where's that sound effect? Because you guys know I love this one. The Las Vegas Raiders select running back Ashton Jeanty out of Boise State. Now, when it comes to the Raiders and that run game, or lack thereof last year, we're last in yards at 79.8. Yards per rush, 3.6, tied for the second fewest runs of 10 or more yards with 34. That's what was produced by the running back core last year. Madison is gone. White is up in the air. Abdullah, I can't remember if he's here or not. I think he is, probably a special teams piece this time around. But we have McCormick. We have Dylan Lauby, a.k.a. the Juice Box. We also have Raheem Mostert. We've talked about Jeanty. The media has talked about Jeanty. Jeanty is that generational talent at the running back position in this class. If you removed him from it, the next best thing would be Amarion Hampton. As it stands right now, we are sitting there at 6. I don't see anything in terms of us moving back, moving up. We have a quarterback in Geno Smith. He did the presser yesterday. He got the extension that had been talked about for weeks on end. I'm going to go through the first 5 picks, and it's going to be something that's going to surprise you guys very, very much as we talk about this. So with the first overall pick in 2025 NFL draft, the Tennessee Titans select Cam Ward, quarterback out of Miami. Not a surprise to anybody, right? With the number 2 pick, Cleveland Browns take Travis Hunter, the receiver and corner out of Colorado. Number 3, this is where things get very, very interesting. The New York Football Giants select Abdul Carter, outside linebacker / edge out of Penn State. Yes, they have Russell Wilson. Yes, they have Jameis Winston and Tommy Cutlets, whatever. Do they really feel that they're safe right now with those quarterbacks? Yes, Wilson got into the playoffs with Pittsburgh, but also was let go by Pittsburgh after that 1-year deal. This is something that throws a huge wrench in the middle of the first couple of picks, right? Number 4, New England Patriots, Will Campbell. Not a surprise. I've talked about it ad nauseum. They need to protect their quarterback of the future in Drake May. So you're looking at either Will Campbell or you're looking at Kelvin Banks, the left tackle out of Texas. At number 6, the Jacksonville Jaguars select defensive tackle Mason Graham out of Michigan. Again, we have Jeanty. I'm going to go let me go through the 10. The Jets take Armand Membu, the offensive tackle out of Missouri, another team that needs offensive line help. They do have a quarterback right now in Justin Fields. We'll see how that plays out for them. At number 8, the Carolina Panthers select Jalen Walker, the linebacker out of Georgia. Here is the shock, ladies and gentlemen. With the 9th overall pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the New Orleans Saints select Shedeur Sanders, quarterback out of Colorado. Now, this definitely comes as a huge shock to many, and this is what Kiper had to say. If Sanders doesn't go to the Giants, there aren't many clear landing spots for him in the top 10, and he could slide. I could see a team trading up for him, maybe even the Saints, who have 9 picks, but most of these rosters are already set at quarterback. This is a great outcome for New Orleans, though I like this match a lot. Sanders is my top-ranked quarterback, and his accuracy jumps off tape. He completed 74% of his throws last season despite being under constant pressure. Playing in the NFC South with good weather and a few indoor stadiums would ease any arm strength concerns, and he wouldn't be forced to play right away. Derek Carr will be with the Saints for at least another season. Sanders could learn behind him before taking over. That is a huge, huge surprise if I have heard one so far when it comes to these mock drafts. So now we're going to move forward and we're going to go to our second round pick. And this is the 37th overall. And let's cue it up again, ladies and gentlemen. With the 37th pick of the 2025 NFL Draft, the Las Vegas Raiders select Carson Schwarzenegger, linebacker, UCLA. Now, we did lose Diablo. We did lose Spillane. I know nobody was too keen on bringing Diablo back, but a lot of us, including myself, wanted Spillane back. We did bring in Devin White. We also brought in Landon Roberts. I still think right now our linebacking core is kind of thin. And this guy is a guy in Schwarzenegger. I'm hope I'm pronouncing it right. I feel like I'm butchering it already. But Schwarzenegger, dude is a beast, man. I looked at his numbers. This is a guy that you're going to see primarily in the box. Now, last season with UCLA, in 12 games, he had 90 solo tackles, 46 assisted, 136 combined, 9 tackles for a loss, 4 sacks, 2 interceptions, 3 pass deflections, and 1 forced fumble. Now, as it stands right now with him, again, this is a guy looking at PFF primarily is a guy that's going to play in the box. 620 snaps inside the box. His defensive grades are pretty good. They're not the best in the world. And let me take that back. Out of over 800 linebackers, it's pretty good when you're sitting with a defensive grade of an 80.6, which ranks you 79th out of 810. His run defensive grade, 74.7, which is 265th out of 806. His pass rush grade is the best. His pass rush grade is a 90, which is 3rd out of 325. Call this dude's number up. He's going to fucking find a hole and make a play happen in the backfield. Now, overall, his rankings, I'm going to find this because I looked at it before. Solo tackles, he was number 1 in the NCAA with 90. And he was also number 1 in the Big Ten with those 90 solo tackles. His assisted ranked him 9th in the Big Ten with 46. His total tackles in NCAA, 136, which ranked him 3rd. And in the Big Ten, he was ranked 1st. I think this guy could be a good fit, a good addition. This is, again, the second round. But still up in the air as it goes right now. I like the depth that we have on the offensive line. But first round, yes, give me Ginty. Give me Ginty all day long. No Diddy if necessary. When it comes to the second round, I would love to go the route of going a receiver. But if Carson is there, is a guy that I would consider. Shout out to Beantown. Holy shit. Where the fuck have you been? Let me highlight this real quick and salute to you on the $5.
Holla, city of squalor.
I do need to switch one thing. Hold on, guys. Oh, God. There we go. Tell me about Spillane, my dude. I know nothing about the dude. Also, good to see you. Appreciate you, bro. Solid linebacker. I think dude is definitely a thumper. Coverage wise, he's, in my opinion, I think he did a pretty solid job, especially in Patrick Graham's defense. He's been around for quite some time. They were constantly showing that one highlight when he was with Pittsburgh where he went head up against Derrick Henry. I think it's a good addition for you guys. It sucks that we lost him. But still, fuck the Patriots 2 times on Sunday. Appreciate you, though, on the $5. Shout out to Raider Ryan on gifting 5 Raider Nation News Today memberships. Guys, if you want to support the channel, you want to keep the lights on here, you want to join the Green Dot Gang, hit the link. It's pinned to the top. We're also on TikTok right now. So those that are on TikTok, if you want to be part of the conversation, come on over. Raider Nation News Today on YouTube. Appreciate y'all. Let me see if I'm missing anything right now. I hope I'm not. I'm really trying to keep up. There's one thing I didn't do, and 1,000 apologies, but I wanted to get right into it. We are ripping and running today. I told you guys I would be on today, and here we are. Let me do a quick roll call. Adam Sweeney, Graham Cam, Anthony, Can't Get Right, Raider Ryan, Rosetown, Salute Nation, salute to the Tribal Chief. I appreciate you. Let's see. Fitzy, Raider Loso, Frank Jaramillo, Jay Raider, Martin, my neighbor from across the pond. Salute, salute, salute. Jersey Raider, Anthony. Let's see if I missed anybody. Steel Cage Savage, what's good? Rob, the resident meathead. Anthony says Shiloh Sanders is a generational talent. Just kidding. Yeah, I can't with you. Beantown, I gave you a salute. Walt said, who the hell is Mel Kiper? Yeah, we know. Walt, you're the GOAT. You're the GOAT of GMs. We know. Salute to GM Walt in the building. Edgar Sosa, Troy Gill, Alex, Johnny Kicknuts, the dopest name in the nation. Alex951. I think I'm caught up. Taco K, Ryan, again, I appreciate you on the gifting 5 memberships. Taino, salute. Okay, I think we're good right now. And Beantown with the $2.
Holla, city of Squala.
Right back at you. I can't with you. Our mod mom is in the building. Desert is in here. The champ is back. The 3-time champ is in the building on our pick'ems. Guys, if y'all are down next year, I would love to have more people, a lot more new people in it. It's been fun the last few years. It just sucks that Desert wins every fucking year. Salute to the Raider mom in the building, Raider Deb. Hi, Raider homies. I've been here just working. I appreciate you. Thank you for pulling on up. Let's see. Daniel Hammers Gray set off my gray. I can't. Yo, I'm embracing my silver and black. I've been growing my hair out since January. We did the same thing last year, but I am definitely in a much better place than I was last April. So good things, I guess, come to those who wait, unless you're on death row. God is definitely good right now, and I'm in a much better place than I have been within the last year. So I appreciate you guys. I know I took time away a couple times, but I'm gonna try to be on when I can, and I appreciate you. Salute to DeMarcus Webb, and he said, let's get hammered to 10,200. Yes, we're 4 away. We were at 10,200, and being away and not having much to talk about, I haven't been on, and yeah, a bunch of people kind of just disappeared. It is what it is at this point in time. Are you going live on draft night? If I am available, yes, I will do my best to be on. I'll be on with the guys, even if it's just for our pick. I'm gonna do my damnedest to try to be on draft night, though. Most definitely. Good things come to those who go get it. True Raider, you ain't lying, man. Thank you. Appreciate the fire. Can't it? Martin, I appreciate you. Thank you. So yeah, there we go with the mock draft with Mel Kiper's mock draft. I will do one for you guys, as we have been a lot lately. We did 3 the other day when there really wasn't much to talk about. I had something I wanted to talk about in terms of the whole situation with Jack Jones, and within a matter of hours, he was released, even though Vinny B was saying that he was slated to be released on Monday. He was released early Sunday afternoon. So Jack, who exactly? Let me find this. There was something else I wanted to talk about. I'm all over the place right now, and I hate the dead air. Give me 1 second, guys. There it is. News. Okay, so they're not giving me the news on this. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm sorry. I'm trying to find this. I had, you know what? I had it on my phone earlier. I was going to do some snippets, but I'm like, you know what? I didn't have enough time to do it. So we are going to talk about it here. So yes, you guys saw it yesterday. I know Graf said that he played it for you guys. I don't know if you actually saw it, but Geno Smith was finally introduced. We know he got the extension. It was an extension that we talked about for weeks. A whole bunch of people are going crazy over it. Oh, the ink hasn't dried. The ink hasn't been put to paper yet. What's going on? We haven't seen him. It's official. He's here. He did his introductory presser, finally, with John Spytek and Pete Carroll yesterday. A lot of good things to say from both Geno Smith and Pete Carroll. Now, I've given my views on Geno Smith, but these were views when he first came into the league. In my opinion, the way that he threw his little fit on draft day and not being drafted until the 3rd round by the New York Jets kind of gave me vibes, not vibes. It was the way that he was acting. And a lot of times they cut the camera to him. It was, for me, in my opinion, a huge lack of immaturity. I'm not apologizing for that. Uncle Pete, that's what I've called him for a long time, even before I did podcasts, because I had a coach, 2 coaches in high school, their last name was Carroll, and they would refer to him as Uncle Pete. And shout out to both Coach Carrolls. Love you guys. Obviously, Pete Carroll saw something in him. Now, we know that he was not a starter for majority of his career with both the Jets and the New York Football Giants. He went to Seattle, was behind Russell Wilson for 2 years. Wilson got traded to the Broncos, and then he became a starter. Numbers have been solid. Last year was a down year, and Pete Carroll was not his head coach last year. I am very happy with the move at this point in time with what he brings to the table. At 37 years old and a guy that did not start many games in the early stage of his career, he still has a lot left in the tank. And he said it in the presser yesterday that with him and Pete, there is unfinished business. I'm here for it. His completion percentage wasn't bad. He was top 5 last year with his completion percentage. He played in 37 games under Carroll. He threw for over 8,600 yards, 55 touchdowns, 21 interceptions. Already see the touchdown to interception ratio, and I like that very, very much. Again, the relationship he had with Pete, and Pete wanted him back here. Clearly, from the time Pete stepped through the door, and even before he was officially hired, he definitely saw a film on the quarterbacks that we have had over these last few years, including Aiden O'Connell, including Mr. Boogerman Minshew. And for him, for his system, and for even Chip Kelly's system, as Chip Kelly's the offensive coordinator, he looked at these 2 guys, and Aiden O'Connell and Minshew, and said, they're not it. And that's clear as day. I've said it about O'Connell time and time again. O'Connell is a backup at best. Dude runs with cinder blocks on his feet. I'm not with it. And you know there's plenty of people that are out there that are like, oh, give O'Connell another chance. No. If y'all felt that way, you would have started him from Jump Street last year with AP as the head coach. No. Geno was young in football years. At 37 years old and not a lot of starts the first couple of years in the league, he's good. He's good. He's fine. I like Geno. I'm cool with Genty now too. There you go. Let me get back. Let me get to the chat. The other side of the chat. I'm gonna start highlighting you guys. I feel bad that I'm kind of playing catch up right now. Let me see. Silver and black mohawk. No, just a fade. Taper fade. The presser from Geno was good. I did watch it, and I did watch it in its entirety. I had a very long day yesterday. And me and Graf were talking earlier. I was like, dude, there's no way I'm getting on. Like, I couldn't get on for that yesterday as much as I would have loved to. Raider offseason starts today. Pretty much, man. Build the trenches on the right side of the offensive line. Raider Nation for life. Carlos, who are we looking at? Because I'm still high on Glaze as our right tackle. If they go another route, they go another route. But I look at him as being our starting right tackle. Question is, who's the starting right guard? I think Cap is going to find his way into that interior to start for us. Second rounder, my fault. And he believed he was a first. I'm sorry. I apologize. Yes, he was a second rounder and believed that he was a first and was sulking on camera every time they cut to him in the green room. It was insane. Raider Mac, Hammer, great to hear you're in a better place. I just lost my right leg below the. Oh my God, man. Praying for you. You're here. You still got life. That's all that matters, man. Appreciate you. Salute to you. Geno's been in the league for long enough. He's likely grown. I know I'm not the same dude from 10 years ago. Now, hearing what he had to say, Daniel, he's definitely not the same guy he was 10 years ago. And like I said, coming into the league and the way he was throwing those fits during the draft, yeah, it kind of turned me off. I'm just like, who does this kid think he is? He's definitely matured heavily. And again, in my opinion, since he went to Seattle, he learned behind potentially a Hall of Famer in Russell Wilson. He definitely learned enough to do what he had to do as a starter in Seattle these last couple of years. Most definitely. How's y'all 401k? Yikes. Oh my God. What's wrong with you? Geno was young in football years, just venting. I like Geno. I'm cool with Genty too. I'd definitely hit that before. Hence the unfinished business. That's a fact. Gray dot gang, green dot gang. Yo, I can't with you, Anthony. So is that's what we're gonna call this one? Gray dot gang? I can't with y'all. We're 4 away from 10,200. If you guys haven't already, and we have 102 in here, yeah, it's been a minute. It's probably going to be a while before we get back to the couple of hundred in here. Smash some thumbs, hammer that sub, crush the bell. Dominique 5, salute. Gano was 37 when he was doing his thing. There you go. Put Parham back at the left side. We've talked about this, and I don't know if S. Dot's in here. You know how S. Dot gets with the offensive line. I feel like Parham has done subpar his first few years. But I feel size-wise, he's not the perfect fit for an offensive guard. I don't. And I know if S. Dot hears that, he's going to probably do a backflip off of something in his house or out in the streets. But yeah, he's a guy right now, in my opinion, unless he earns one of those guard spots, he's going to be a depth guy. And that's not an insult. It's just a reality right now. Facts, we're getting one of the best versions of Geno. Yeah, we absolutely are. And you heard everything he said in that presser. He's ready to go, man. He's ready to go. And he took a quote. He took a quote from our guy Beast Mode. I'm all about that action, boss. That shit got me even more hyped to hear that. Salute to Daniel. Thank you for becoming a new member. I feel like, Daniel M just gifted 5 Raider Nation News Today memberships. Guys, if you want to support me, keep the lights on, support the channel. The link is pinned to the top. Salute to Crispin. Salute to Isaiah. Salute to Tom. Salute to Winks. Salute to Reese Rock. Welcome to the family. Congratulations to the newest members from CGR. You better be at 10K now, my guy. Well, I'm at 10K. We need 4 more for 10 too. We've been at 10K, I think, since my birthday. So that was January. Salute to everybody on the TikTok end of things. Guys, come on over if you want to be a part of the conversation. Come on over to Raider Nation News Today on YouTube. Join the conversation. Of course, if you're a Raider fan, you need to be in here for all that fire content. Dominique 5, you didn't miss much. We're talking about the latest mock draft that Mel Kiper came out with. It was a 2-round mock that he did. 6 overall, it has us taking Ashton Jeanty. And 37th overall, our 2nd round pick, Carson Schlesinger, the linebacker out of UCLA. The monkey wrench, the wrench that was thrown in the middle of it. Shedeur Sanders, 9th overall, going to the New Orleans Saints. I'm still like, are the Giants really sold on? Are they sold on Winston and Wilson right now? Like, that sounds like a law firm. The law firm of Wilson and Winston. Winston! It just sounds weird, but whatever. Just Raiders, baby. Salute, salute, salute. Did Mel have us taking Quinn Ewers? No, Omni. Absolutely not. EJ Manuel was the only quarterback drafted before him. I would have been pissed too. How did that work out for him? I'm not passing on Sanders. I'm sorry. And Ken said Saints. Wow. Okay. Yeah. It again, when I saw that, I was just like, that was one of those things that really made me go, what the fuck? Does like, but again, that makes me think if that actually were to happen next or this month, I almost said next month, we're days away. If that were to happen in this draft, then Shane and Dable are sold at least for one more year and maybe have job security for one more year, even though they have hands down one of the toughest schedules in this upcoming NFL season. But maybe they're sold on those guys and not necessarily sold as Shador being the future of the franchise for years to come. So again, I'm very, very caught off guard by seeing that. Sanders learning under Carr. Yeah, that is very, very laughable. That is on some Kawhi status. I just don't know where, why, what he was thinking when it comes to that. Like, but again, you guys have said your piece in various lives about this when it comes to Mel Kiper and his mocks. A lot of the times it's bullshit, and other times not so much. So I don't know. It definitely had me thrown off guard when I saw it, and it is what it is. Like, would I pass on Shador if he was there at 6? You guys want my honest opinion? Yes. Again, if Shador was in any of these other drafts over the last 4 years, and we talked about this a couple of weeks ago, there was a ranking that came out amongst first round quarterbacks drafted in the NFL, and this was no NFL experience. Out of the 20 out of the 21 quarterbacks, if I remember correctly, Shador was ranked 20th. Out of all these other quarterbacks, you know who the 21st quarterback was? Kenny Pickett. So that right there already throws up a red flag for me, and I'm just like, okay, we can look next year, we can look the year after. Would it be nice to have somebody in the building to learn behind Geno Smith for the next 2 or 3 years? Yes. Do I necessarily need to get a quarterback in this draft class right now? No. And I said it before in terms of what Kiper said with the Saints drafting, and this is mock draft, guys, with the Saints selecting Shador with the 9th overall. Pretty much the rest of the teams right now, they have their quarterback set. The only other one that's truly a question right now is the Cleveland Browns and what they're doing. You owe Watson like $36 million this coming season. You owe him $80 million the following season. And the following season after that is like $50 million. There's constant reports that have been out there over the last couple of weeks that they could potentially be trying to go after somebody like Kirk Cousins. Is that going to be the fix that they need? I don't know. They gave that boatload of money to Myles Garrett, who claimed he didn't want to be there anymore, that this wasn't a winning franchise, that this wasn't a winning culture. Well, he took the money and he sat his ass back down in Cleveland. So it is what it is at this point in time. Let me catch up to you guys. Mel Kiper like Jamarcus Russell. I'd prefer Genty, honestly. Genty or Graham. I'd still go Genty. Mel Kiper or Carson in the 2nd. I guess because they missed out on Christian Ellis. That's my guess. That's my guess. But again, he also said, and I'll read it again for you guys real quickly. Schlesinger comes out of nowhere in 2024 with 115 tackles, 4 sacks, and 2 interceptions. The Raiders have big question marks at linebacker after Robert Spillane and Divine Diablo both signed elsewhere. Schlesinger could join new additions, Landon Roberts and Devin White, to rebuild the position. Now, again, I talked about his snaps. He is primarily a guy that plays in the box. We'll have to wait and see if we, in fact, in the 2nd round go that route. Again, I much rather go the route of, Genty in the 1st. Let's get a receiver in the second round or even a corner. We shall see. Salute to Rorschach. He has been a Shields Up member for 2 months. Hammer, the mock monster. Thank you for what you do, brother. Always with that content in the YouTube galaxy. I appreciate you, bro. So far, the linebackers are going to stop the run, rush the passer. What's wrong with me? Rush the passer. So could Carson Schwessinger cover backs out the... Yes, and that's the thing, Omni, and I said it. This dude's number is dialed. It's a wrap. You might as well just be... You might as well be out there for an incoming in the backfield for a tackle for a loss. That's where he seemed to thrive the most from the grades that I saw. His pass rush grade is a 90, which ranks him third out of 325 linebackers in the NCAA. Again, his tackles were really, really solid. He ranked for solo tackles number 1 in the NCAA. He ranked first in the Big Ten. Both had 90 tackles. Total tackles 136, which was third in the NCAA and first in the Big Ten. A dude is a tackling machine, and again, he is definitely fit most best in the box. Why? I'm good if he's there, but I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, I'm good on Shador, aka Mason Rudolph 2.0. Ooh, good God. Our prosthetic is going to be custom made, and yes, sir, it's going to have Raiders all over it. That's fire. That is fire, bro. I'm tired of not drafting a QB every year. Do you think that we need to draft one right now, Dominique? Like, seriously, do you think we need to draft one right now, or can we wait another year? And you're saying that you're tired of not drafting a QB. We drafted Aiden O'Connell a few years ago. I think he's going into year 3 now. So what's the problem here? In the words of the great Bill Walsh, you should draft a QB in every draft. Oh, Lord. Where are we going? We haven't drafted one in how many years? We haven't drafted a quarterback in like 2 years. Maybe 3. Get a QB. I remember when everybody was saying they wouldn't draft a running back in the first round. Yeah, you see how quickly that's changed when a couple of years ago, when guys of the likes of Derrick Henry, guys like Saquon Barkley, guys like Josh Jacobs, the running back market is depreciated. Each of these dudes got new deals, and you see the type of numbers that they put up last season with their new teams. Clearly, it ain't depreciated that much, and you see how many years these guys have been around for as well. I know Jacobs has said he wants to be done by the time he's 30 years old. We shall see. But look at what Henry's has done. Look at what he did with Baltimore this past season, and look at what Saquon did with the Philadelphia Eagles. I don't know. And what's funny is I heard a conversation today about the Cowboys, and the Cowboys have other things to worry about going into this draft. They might not go and try to go after somebody of the likes of Amarion Hampton in this draft. You may see them get a running back, but it might not be a running back until maybe the 3rd or 4th round. So stay tuned for that. We should take one in the later rounds, but not at 6 or even in the top 3 rounds. Daniel, it all depends on who's there. But again, this quarterback draft class is not it, and they have said it. I have seen it. I've seen tape on a lot of these guys. I look at it as it's a huge drop-off, and the fact now that Kiper came out with this and is looking at Shador as being a guy that could be 9th overall, that's kind of a flag right there. That's kind of a warning sign of, yeah, maybe we should wait until next year's draft to worry about a quarterback. Again, we have Smith here locked in for at least the next 2 seasons. I think we should pump the brakes a little bit when it comes to the quarterback. Yes. We can honestly wait. Next year's draft is so much. Thank you. There you go, Edgar. There you go. Salute to the 112 we have in here. If you haven't already, smash some thumbs, hammer that sub, crush the bell. We didn't draft Aiden O'Connell, Josh McDaniels. What the fuck is that supposed to mean? Really? Milrow is a guy that actually, I think NFL.com did a 5-round mock, and they have us taking Milrow. AOC is a lifetime backup. I'm glad we're on the same page with that, 331. I know I'm late to class, but Geno presser was excellent in my opinion. I was impressed with his accountability. It reminds me of when Rich Gannon was introduced. What I wholeheartedly agree. I loved what I heard out of that presser. And again, him and Uncle Pete, they have unfinished business. So I'm here for it, man. Mason Graham was going. Where did Mason Graham go? Now you guys got me like going back to this again. Let me just take a look. They have Mason Graham going to Jacksonville at 5. Drew Alar in 2026. Yeah, it's a possibility. Let's see what he does this coming season as well. What QBs are we thinking are so much better in next year's draft, bro? Alar, Arch, I still don't think, and Jim, thank you for bringing his name. I don't think Arch comes out next year. I do not. I think he is going to do at least 2 years at Texas and then potentially enter the draft, but I don't see him going into next year's draft. I really don't. We have Geno backed up by O'Connell and Carter. High stakes, Bradley. I can't remember that quarterback's name. Mike Mayock said he sees Shador dropping to the Steelers at 21. And still no word on Rodgers going to Pittsburgh either. That would be very, very interesting. Compete. I love it. So if Arch isn't coming out, why wait to draft a quarterback? You have a starting quarterback. You have a proven starting quarterback right now for the next 2 years with us. I'm not going to waste a draft pick right now if we don't have to. But again, I can do a mock draft again where we can try to go the route of taking a quarterback at some point in the draft if you guys want. Salute to DeMarcus Wilder. He just gifted 5 Raider Nation News Today memberships. Salute to LBC Raider, George Stanley, J Raiders 916, Herman Munster, Dat Man Fashau. Welcome to the family, guys. Salute to everybody on the TikTok end of things as well. Come on over, Raider Nation News Today on YouTube. Appreciate y'all. Anyhow, we can get Ashton and Jackson Dart. JB, we're gonna do a mock. We're gonna do a mock in a minute because you guys are really going in on this. Rodgers will announce it at Pat's big night out tomorrow. Makes sense, right? Makes sense, right? That's a really, really good point right there, Rob. I appreciate you. Why is everyone freaking out about a QB? Clearly, best player available worked well for us last year. Trust the staff. And again, very happy with what we have in that front office now. Much happier than I was with Telesco. You remember when we hired Telesco, I called a rival, still my brother, but I called a rival in Jake, who pretty much talked me off the cliff. And I don't want to give him too much of a hard time, but yeah, you fucked up by letting Josh Jacobs walk because he would have been here for cheaper. You didn't move up for a quarterback last year. You still had a very solid draft class, but Gardner Minshew? Really? Really? It is what it is. Like what Geno said about consistency, we haven't had that at QB for many. That's a fact. And look, we'll have consistency out of Geno Smith for the next 2, maybe 3 years. Again, 37 years old, still a lot of miles on those wheels. I'm good. Yeah, we need a great O-line now. Yeah, we do. But I also think having a whole new coaching staff, especially on the offensive side of the ball, things are going to change. There's going to be different schemes. And now I've said this time and time again, and this is coming from somebody who has played since he was a little kid, who's also had the opportunities to coach. You want to put your players in the best places to succeed. Put them in a scheme down the line that's going to work for them and help this run game fucking have a huge, tremendous fucking turnaround from what it did last year. You heard me mention the numbers before. We're averaging like 73.8 yards per game rushing, 3.6 yards per carry. That's fucking terrible. Fucking terrible. Besides the fact you had a running back that his 12 horses with blinders have better vision than he did. Again, I'm not sorry or apologetic when I say that shit. Yes, you had a solid 4 games in the absence of Josh Jacobs almost 2 seasons ago. And then all of a sudden your vision disappeared again and you're doing the Stevie Wonder trying to find holes and trying to get positive yards. I'm good. This is why I want Genty. It's funny. I'm going to talk about this real quick. A salute to my bro. Much love. We talked about a list of about 20 free agents that could potentially be guys that we sign, right? Devin White being one of them. That was a pass. Not on me. A pass on my brother. Raheem Mostert was another pass by him. And I said this about Mostert. Yeah. Injury-ridden season last year. Okay. Whatever. Red zone. Goal line situation. Dude is a touchdown machine. He brings depth to the running back room. I'm great. If that's our number 2 back and we have Genty as the number 1 back. 1000%. Devin White was a guy that we had talked about for a couple of years. Go figure, we finally get him. I hate when that happens. Like, I will have players that I'll talk about, guys that are set to be free agents, and I'm like, why can't we get this guy? What about that guy? What about this guy? And then years later, we end up with him. I'm like, what the fuck? Why? That dude is, his name is Zamir. His name is Zamir. Not calling him that anymore. His name is Zamir. Damn that. Anything is possible. Look, I'm not apologetic. Should I feel bad with any of what I just said? Absolutely not. Should I be apologetic with anything I just said? Absolutely not. CGR with the Kevin Garnett reference, man. What the yeah. You know what? I dare somebody to say his name. What is that running back's name? I dare somebody to put it in the chat right now. Go ahead. Put it in the chat right now. Somebody put his name in the chat right now. Please. The Mokes, what up, bro? I'm waiting. I want to see somebody say his name. No, I'm not going to block. On God, I'm not going to block you, but I dare one of y'all to say his name right now. Anthony.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Done. Where would you rank Hunter against the receivers and corners in this class? Jersey 1. Not even a question. And it was funny because somebody had talked about him. I want to say it was Prime. I could be wrong. But dude is like, they were saying like, maybe it wasn't Prime. But somebody was saying like, this was actually an analyst that said it. I want to say it might have been Mr. I like to kick my kickers, Urban Meyer. This dude is the same player that he is from play 1 to play 174 and can legit see him playing both sides of the ball at the next level. I would love to see that, but time will tell. And whatever organization does take him, I'm curious to see if they will utilize him on both sides of the ball. Absolutely. Zamir's nickname is Justice because he's yo Matt, that oh my God, hold up. Zamir's nickname is Justice because he is blind. That is the best one I have heard. Holy shit. Hunter is different. I think he could, but man, what if he gets hurt? Part of the game, right? He said, man, off the top rope. If you ask me, we need point scorers. We've consistently put up low scores for years now. We need the ball in the house more often. You're not fucking lying, man. And I constantly have told you guys this. I want to see us where we're putting up 20, like excess of 28 and more. I want us to go excess of 30 and more. Geno has some really good weapons around him right now with Brock, with Jacoby. Again, we did add Mostert. It would be a blessing for us to have Genty there. Like, some very problematic weapons on offense. I'm here for it. There's other things that do need to be shored up, though. What is our cornerback room looking like right now with the release of Jack Jones? We talked about some of those guys the other day. The only slot that we have right now, if I remember correctly, the only nickel we have right now is Darnay Holmes. Everybody else is outside corners. What are we doing with that? Who is it? Is there somebody in the draft? Is there somebody that they're waiting on? Who could be that guy? It pains me, like, looking at our safety room right now. And I don't mean it in a bad way, but a guy like Palmau, a guy that is a downhill, a guy that you can interchange and put him in the box, I would love to try to work him as a slot. I would. Really good coverage. Will take your head off at the drop of a dime. I would not mind going that route. I don't know, though. You guys have talked. You know what's funny, Rob? Some of you guys were talking about Asante Samuel the other day. Chargers really going to do business with us for him? And what is it going to cost us? He's in the final year of his contract. I'm not fucking trading a first round pick for him. What is it going to take for us to get him? And again, are the Chargers willing to do business with us for the likes of Asante Samuel Jr.? Trey Taylor is going to turn heads, believe it. I hope so, man. I hope so. And that's another one of Graf's guys, but I hope you're right. I really hope you're right. Will Campbell and Genty at 6. Who you taking? Genty. Wait, he's a free agent now? So why is nobody taking flyers on him? Nuggets fired their coach. Ain't nobody stopping my Lakers now. Here we go. Did the Lakers beat the Warriors a couple of nights ago? I fell asleep like with 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. DCam's going to elevate. I've talked about DCam, and I said I think you're looking at DCam and Jackrabbit as outside corners, but who is our slot corner? That's my concern right now. To be honest, I have no idea who's going to be there at 6 for us because some teams are going to throw a wrench at the beginning of the draft. Spidey sense is tingling. Pause. You saw the wrench that was just thrown just now when we read off Kiper's mock and has Shador going at number 9 to the Saints. So yeah, anything is possible. We saw what the Falcons did. That fucking threw everybody off with drafting Michael Penix, but it looks like it's going to pay off for them in the long run. Lakers and 5 on Hood. Oh, God. All right. What do you guys want to do? You want to do a mock? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Y'all want to go a mock? We've already been on for almost an hour. This is pretty much where I wanted to be because I got work on another few hours and my old ass needs to take a nap before I go in. I see 1 thumbs up. Rob says Vault. All right. We're going to do Vault first and then we'll do a mock. To those in TikTok land, I'm going because we're going to take calls. Actually, no, we're not. I could do it another way. Hold on, guys. Let's open this up and get you guys right and ready. And please, whoever's for those in the chat, please let me know that you can hear the callers as well. All right, I think we're good. Let me take this off the screen. Your mocks are always A++. I appreciate you. We're gonna open up the vault line first. Johnny, if you can get a hold of your buddy. He said you could do a mock, but don't channel graphic and waste it. Yo, Daniel, when was the last time you were in one of my lives? Or when was the last time you saw one of my mocks? Don't do that. Don't do that. No disrespect to them, but respectfully, have you seen my mocks? Let me see something. I'm gonna put this up for you guys. No Diddy if necessary. And yeah, we're not going anywhere on the TikTok side of things. But yeah, guys, you see it on the screen. Vault line is open. Call in, sound off. Y'all know what it is. I should have just called the resident meathead by myself. I did that once. I think that was the one I did with graphs. Stop. Come on, guys. It's open. You see it on the screen. Call in, sound off. We got our first one. Raider Nation News today. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Oh, you already know who it is. Yeah.
Is that LA Rob?
Oh, yes, it is.
What's up, bro? Guys, give me a thumbs
man?
up so I know. Guys, give me a thumbs up so I know you guys can hear him, please. Because this is the last thing I need is have any type of headaches with this today.
Let me know when we good.
I'm waiting to see a thumbs up in the chat. All right, we're good. Sound off, bro.
First and foremost, the Raiders. I'm perfectly happy with Geno. A lot of people seem to not really think about this. Sorry, just a little bit of noise in the background. I'm actually at the gym.
Of course you are.
Gotta get ready for that Cowboys Raiders game that I'm trying to go to.
No, Lord.
Yeah. So with Geno, a lot of people don't seem to realize this. He was a backup for a lot of his career. So, his legs are a lot fresher than most 34-year-olds.
37.
Huh?
He's 37.
He's 34.
Nope, 37.
He's still young enough. But with Geno, I'm cool with it. And we, like everybody's saying, we can get a quarterback in the next year's draft. I think that there'd be a lot better options. I like Shador, but if we took a flyer on Shador, for what? He's not really going to play this year, and if he does, he's not. I don't think he's ready for the pro time. I really don't. And then as far as the mock draft that went, I want Gentry at 6. I think that's a must because that'll change our entire offense.
Yep.
I think Chip Kelly's going to turn our boy Trey into the next Tyreek Hill. A lot of people forget how fast he is. Tucker being in that slot, he's really fast, but he's never really had a good offensive mind to get him going.
Oh, you were right. Everybody's saying he's 34. I don't know why I saw 37 and thought 37, but whatever.
Yeah, with all those grades, brother, are you getting Alzheimer's or what?
Hey, I do have short-term memory, and I've told people there's a good chance when my time, like I've already told people when my time comes, donate my brain to science. You're going to find out I have CTE. So, yeah.
Let's hope not. As far as the other mock drafts, because like I said, I like Trey Tucker being our slot guy, but how about instead of a linebacker in the second round, if the cornerbacks Revel is there, I think we should take a flyer on him. But I really like Trey Amos out of Ole Miss.
How long have you been in the live for? Did you hear Kiper and who he has us taking in the second round?
Yeah, the linebacker from UCLA. I've been here for a bit.
Okay.
But I honestly, I think personally in the second and third round, we need to double dip at Ole Miss. We need to get Trey Amos and Harris. That would be a wide receiver and a corner.
And a corner, yeah.
Definitely use. Huh?
Yeah, I like both. I like both of those guys, and they're both guys that I've taken in mock drafts in the past. Like I wouldn't mind it.
And then the other receiver that I'm really becoming a bigger fan of is Higgins.
Jalen Higgins.
Yes, sir.
Another guy that I've looked at his tape. He's another guy that I do like. It's so up in the air right now with that second round pick because like now I'm at the point where it's like I'll wait till later in the draft to address the offensive line with the depth that we have right now. I would much rather go the route of first round, get Genty. Second round, I'm really more going towards a receiver, but we're going to mess around. We're going to do a couple of mocks, and I think I'll do one where I will go a corner in the second round, depending on who's available.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because we need the downfall of the Chiefs this season, and I'm going to pray for it. And when I pray for it, then bad things happen.
Rob, it's always good to hear from you, bro. Much love, and we'll definitely talk soon, bro.
All right, bro. I'll talk to you later.
Later. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for our resident meathead of Raider Nation, Mr. L.A. Rob. And I can't, there it is.
Yeah!
And you guys see it on the screen. The number is up there. Call on in, sound off on today's topics, and we'll probably take like 2, maybe 3 more. We will do a few mock drafts before we end it. We've already been on for 55 minutes. No drop frames. It's a beautiful thing. I tried to do the multi-stream the other day and looking back on X, and that thing was jacked beyond belief. So I'm not doing that again. We'll stay strictly on YouTube if we can't get that working the right way. But yeah. Appreciate y'all pulling on up right now, and I'm not leaving. Kappa could turn it around. Who knows? He's still young, and I agree with that, Isaiah. I do. I think that he will turn it around. Kappa, Parm, and Meredith are great depth. They should not start if we want to be dominant. Ooh, wow. Flores said I'm only 53 minutes late. Well, you're here now. That's all that matters. Appreciate you. Meredith should start. I like what I saw to Meredith last year. I'm still looking more at Meredith as a backup to JPJ right now, especially since James is gone. We'll see. Leaky, what's up, Oos? I don't think anybody else is going to call in right now. You guys do see the number on the screen. If not, we will go right into the mock drafts if you want. Meredith should start over Kappa. Ooh, that is a hot take. That is a hot take. Wow. All right, yeah, I'm gonna take this off the screen. And we will start up our mocks. I keep forgetting I have to go to the other screen to take this off. Adam said mock it. I'd call Amber, but I have a damn meeting. Work's been inconsiderate. That's fire. Trade the 6 pick for 3 to 4 extra picks in the 2nd to 4th rounds. I want 5 to 6 picks, 32 through 154. Reese, like I said, we're gonna do a couple of mocks right now. I could take these off now because we don't have any more phone calls. We're gonna do a couple of mocks, so we'll do a couple of different scenarios and we'll see where we go from there. And I appreciate everybody that's still in here. And if you haven't already, do me a favor, smash some thumbs, hammer that sub, crush the bell, everybody. Let's get this going. Let me get the simulator up. Let's get the share screen. Screen share screen, whatever you want to call it. All right, so we're already set up. We're locked and loaded to go. Let's start this bad boy up. We're going to do a regular one first. Like, we'll do a straight up. And I told you, I'm going to go different routes here. But, whoo, Dallas looks desperate. Let's see what other offers are there. I might actually take one of these first to start this up. Dallas is desperate, though. We move back 6. We get an additional 2nd. We get an additional 3rd. We get an additional 5th. We get 2 additional 7th. Hold on, Daniel. Damn, Daniel. Additional 2nd. Additional, no, because we lose the 1st. We lose the 1st. We lose the 1st. All right, so I'm going to take Dallas's trade. Puts us at 12, and guess what? Genty is still there. So let's see what Dallas did. Let's see what the rest of the pack did. Sanders went 1st. Walker went 2nd. Ward went to the Giants. Membo went to New England. Graham went to Jacksonville. They took the edge rush out of Georgia Williams. Will Campbell goes to the Jets. Travis Hunter goes to Chicago. That would be insane. Okay. So far, we're still in a good place. Dallas has more problems, Matt, and this I've talked about this during this live earlier. Dallas has a lot more problems in a running back room, and yes, they have Miles Sanders too. In my opinion, and I've said this for years, Miles Sanders ain't shit. It's not a top priority for them right now. But I am going Ash and Genty here at 12. Go to the 2nd round, and this is where I've said I am very much up in the air. Remember, now we have an additional pick in the 2nd round. There's an offer here There's another offer here. I'm not taking these. I can go Dart. I can go somebody already familiar with Chip's defense. I mean offense. I'm sorry. Chip Kelly's offense. I can go corner now. These are my best players available right here. Lakers, Dodgers, Raiders. Dodgers, you guys know how I feel about the Dodgers, but Lakers, meh. I don't think I need to go second round for an offensive lineman right now. I don't. And how many picks split between this and the next one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna go Ibuka, and I'm hoping that one of two are still there with the second round pick that we have. So here we go. I'll go back to that just in case. Maxwell Hairston is there. Look, I just shored up two major holes right there with a receiver and a corner. I'm not taking any more trades after this one. We got Genty, we got Ibuka, we got Maxwell Hairston. And look who is there for us at linebacker. Carson Schwessinger. We were talking about him before. We got him 68th overall. Remember, we got 2 picks in the third. I can go different ways right here. I could even, you know what? I'll go the Ohio State connection. I will take a quarterback here, and I will go with Will Howard. You see what we have right here on the board right now, what we've drafted so far. I'm liking this. I'm liking this very, very much. We go best player available here. I can go the O-line. I can go the D-line. And I think I'm going to shore up the inside here and go Jared Wilson, the guard out of Georgia. Frank, what's up? I feel like I can just go straight Buckeyes here and take a safety and Ransom. You heard me talk about Palomalo before. I could see Palomalo being that guy in the slot for us. Let's see. Jonas Sanker is there. Jamari Caldwell is there. Vernon Broughton. I'm going to go Ransom. So our defense has pretty much been addressed tremendously in terms of our secondary and our linebackers. I can continue to build it up. Let's go. And this was with the trade. This is what you guys wanted. You wanted to get as much draft capital as possible, and I think we did. I didn't need to take anything else, especially what Dallas fucking threw at us. Aeneas Peebles. Do we have a D tackle? We don't. I will go with Peebles here. We still have, Jesus, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more draft picks left. And it's pretty much like, you know what? And I've talked about this before. I have no problem adding depth to the tight end position, especially since Harrison Bryant is gone. And the guy that we did get, me and Graf are talking about, dude, is pretty much injury and he's good blocking. So, yeah. Let's see. Where are we at here? I mean, I can add another running back. I can add Trevor. No, I can take Brashard over Trevor Etienne. I can go. another running back. Here we go. And salute to the 99 we have in here. And I'm going to go another receiver. This dude is a speedster and Isaac Tesla. So I'm getting beefs towards the end of this, which I'm perfectly fine with. Nick Nash is there. Nick Martin is there. I can go and take, where are these picks? 6 or 7 picks apart from one another. I'm sorry, that's like 8 picks apart from one another. I'm going to take another linebacker. I'm going to finish with a tackle. So this is what we have, guys. And this was all courtesy of the Dallas Cowboys and also you guys saying that this is what you wanted. We got Ashton Jeanty 12th. We went back 6 spots. We got Emeka Egbuka, the wide receiver out of Ohio State. We got a corner in Maxwell Hairston with that second pick in the second round. We got Carson Schlesinger, the guy that we were talking about that Mel Kiper has us taking in the second round of this upcoming draft. We went and got a quarterback. We took Will Howard. Got Jared Wilson, the guard out of Georgia. We got Lathan Ransom, a lot of Ohio State guys that we drafted, the safety. Savion Jones, the edge rusher out of LSU. Aeneas Peebles, the defensive tackle out of Virginia Tech. We got Aronde Gadsden II, the tight end out of Cuse. Brashard Smith, the running back out of SMU. Isaac Tesla, the wide receiver, the speedster out of Arkansas. Nick Martin, a linebacker out of Oklahoma State. And Trey Wittig, the offensive tackle out of Indiana. Guys, give me a grade on this draft. CGR said an A+. That's the first one I'm seeing. Anthony said greatest mock of all time. Can somebody get a shot of this? I'll do it. I'll start it from top to bottom again. I should have actually like showed it with the draft picks by themselves first. I wish, and there's no way of me moving this now. Man, if it felt like this, Troy Gill said a B+. I see positive A+. Dominique 5 said an A. Herman Munster said A. Isaiah Randolph said an A. Hammer, why do your mock draft grades on the side of the screen always say A+ or A, but Graf and Wastes always say F or C and maybe a B? Nasty, nasty work. Rorschach, they use PFF, and I did PFF with one of the mocks that I think NFL.com had out. And like I don't fuck with PFF anymore. Respectfully, I don't fuck with them anymore. Like their grades are just out of control sometimes. They're going by like mock draft database will go by suggestions based on the team needs. And you guys see it again. Look at this list right now. We got to B's at the tail end. And it was actually 3 of the last 4 were B pluses while our very last one was an A+. Yep. Your best mock draft and best mock I've seen from anyone. PFF is, yeah, pretty much. All right. So let's do another one. We've been on for an hour and 9 minutes. We could still do another one. Fast. So that was with a trade. Let's do one without a trade. Without a trade this time. And see how it looks. No trades, guys. Shit. He's there again. Shador, Carter. We talked about that before. Cam, Kelvin Banks. I still kind of see that happening. Mason Graham again goes to Jacksonville. Your mocks always take a... All right. We took Jeanty, even though we traded back. We got him at 12. I'm going to go Travis Hunter here. So we kind of short up corner and receiver. They do have him as a corner here, but I'm going to go with Travis Hunter. And let's see what we have in the second round. What's available to us. Again, I'm not doing any drafts this time, any trades this time around. Go Hampton. Why the fuck not? Quinshawn Jukins is there. Jaden Higgins, who our resident meathead just spoke about. So We got a running back. We got a corner. Where are we going here, guys? Are you going receiver or are you going linebacker? Do I go and take Schlesinger again with this pick? I just took him at 68th overall before. Where are we going here? I'm looking at you guys in the chat. Higgins. I'm going to go Higgins here. Okay, there's two. All right, so we're going to go Higgins here. There you go. I'm not taking anything, guys. Winston is there. Show is there. Ewers is there. And you want to go edge? You want to go tackle? You want to go Deion Walker, who's a guy that dude's almost 400 pounds. Linebacker. Double up on running backs. Hold on. Let me see the rest of the chat. See what you guys are saying. Because I see two people saying, oh, yeah, two are saying linebackers. Jose said O-line or D-line. Nah, Jukins is better than Hampton. Oh, shit. Another receiver or a corner. Linebacker. So I see 3 for linebacker right now. I see 2 for corner. I see 2 for, damn, it's fucking even. 2 for offensive line. I'd rather have Jukins too. Oh, shit. Hampton got stiff hips, pause. Hey, yo. I'm seeing offensive line. I'm seeing linebacker. So let's see. Emory Jones is there. Is there a linebacker that's being suggested right now? I'm going to have to look. All right, hold up. Let's take a look real quick. I might go offensive line here. Chris Paul is there, but no. Let's go Emory Jones here. Maybe not linebacker. I'm going to go Emory Jones here and just get the offensive line, and let's see what we got after this. Let's see what type of what they're talking about here. Again, no more. You got D-line, you got Kyle McCord, you got Jackson Slater, you got Dylan Fairchild, Jaden Blue, no. I'll go D-line and take, I'll go Jordan Phillips. And this was a guy we were talking about the other day when me and Graf did our mock. We got 3 left. I think we have maybe 4 actually. Yeah, we got 4 left. So we got Travis Hunter, we got Amarion Hampton, we got Jaden Higgins, we got Emory Jones, we got Jordan Phillips. I could go with Seth. I can go with Dylan. You know what? Do it incredibly late. I'm gonna do it incredibly late. Malachi Moore. We didn't get. So I'm looking at this mock, and I see there's a position we didn't address, but I'm still gonna go the route of best players available. We can get another corner here. I could double dip at running back here. Lizzo at guard. Yo, I'm fucking done with y'all. Y'all are going to hell for that one. You know what? I'm gonna address the edge. I'm gonna address the edge here. Tesla's there too. I'm gonna address the edge. Another corner or a safety. You guys are talking about him before. Jordan Hancock. Pause if necessary. So, show this one. And we did take a quarterback. Travis Hunter, Amarian Hampton in the second round, Jaden Higgins, Emory Jones, Jordan Phillips, Dylan Gabriel, Malachi Moore, Antoine Powell-Ryland, Jordan Hancock. Still a pretty solid draft. Guys, let me get a grade in the chat. Yo, I'm done, CGR. Zon, what's up, bro? Let me get a grade, guys. Let's get a grade on this one. You guys see it on the screen. This is what we did, and this was a straight up one. And we took a quarterback. B+. Okay. I see B pluses. I see a B. What scenario didn't we do? Do we just do one without taking a quarterback? A+ if you grade on a curve. This is out of the stratosphere. Okay. B-, no linebacker. Yeah, that's the one thing we didn't address there. So, all right. We're going to do one more. And salute to the 117 in here right now. How do we do trade up this time? I like it, Hammer, but you should have gone out on top your last mock. As long as somebody has a screenshot of the very first one, we're good. I'm going to have to let Graf and Wasted know as a card-carrying member, they need to take your training from my... Damn! We have a caller? What the fuck are we doing? Hold on. Raider Nation News Today. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Oh, what's up, Hammer, man? This Big Mike calling out of LA. What's up with you, Hammer?
What up, bro? Salute. Sound off.
Oh, salute, man. I just wanted to come talk some Raider Nation news, man. Hey, man, I see you was doing the mock draft, man. Sorry I interrupted you on that. But, hey, man, does a part of you still want the Raiders to draft Shador, even though we got Geno?
No.
No, have you been out on Shador the whole time?
No. The thing is, I was not out on him, but the fact that we have a proven starting quarterback right now for the next 2 or 3 years, and this draft class, in my opinion, when it comes to the quarterbacks, is not a great one. I'm perfectly fine rocking with O'Connell as a backup right now, Geno as our starter, and we can worry about a quarterback either next year's draft class or the following year. I just did 2 mock drafts where I did take quarterbacks in both of them. I took Will Howard, and the one just now, I think it was like maybe the 5th round or the 4th round, I took Dylan Gabriel, but I'm not gonna go 6 overall and get Shador at this point even if he's available. No.
Okay. Because I was saying that we can still save a lot of money on Geno's contract if you get out of there early.
They probably have that out like all these new quarterback contracts do. So we could probably have them for 2 years and get out of it, which I think the guaranteed is like 64.5 out of a total $75 million extension. That's fine.
Yeah. My whole thing is just I know Geno's 34, even though he doesn't have a lot of tread on those tires, you know. I mean, we got a lot of tread left on those tires.
Yep.
But it's like he's 34, you know. I feel like the Raiders kind of need a Shador right now. The only reason I say that is because they need they need somebody with that superstar factor. You know, you need somebody that you need somebody that's going to come in day one, and then the jersey sales are going to be high around the league. When we come in that stadium, Allegiant Stadium, it's not packed up with all ops, bro.
Mike, unless that money is going into my pocket, I don't care about jersey sales. I don't care about putting asses in the seats. I'm concerned about winning. And right now, having a guy of Geno Smith's caliber, especially with what he has done as a starting quarterback for the last couple of years, at least the last couple of years with Pete Carroll, I think that we are in a very good place with the quarterback, with Geno Smith as our starting quarterback for the next few years.
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad at that. Now with the number 6 pick, okay, let's move past Shador. What do you want to do with the number 6? Do you want to go Genty or do you want to go Tech?
I'm going Genty. Generational talent at the running back position. I'm going Genty. Second round, I'm going to look at either a corner, the best available corner, or the best available receiver. I'd preferably, especially since Jones is gone, get a corner, maybe even that corner that could fill the void right now at as our nickel. We have to wait and see.
Here's my thing, but when you do that, now we've done that. I mean, there's still holes on the offense. You know, we still need a number one receiver. We don't have a number one receiver yet.
Brock Bowers. I don't care what anybody says. I think that you could put him anywhere. That dude is the number one receiver right now. And look, we do have Jacoby. Jacoby just got his first year of 1,000 yards receiving. I'm good with that.
When it comes to that, though, now you're going to overuse him again like you did last year in his rookie year. Luckily, he didn't get hurt. So you're going to have to add weapons. Or just getting a good cornerback was a waste of time. That's my thing with drafting Ashton Genty at 6. Because, in this draft, there's a lot of great running Genty there at 6.
Yeah, but how many running backs? How many running backs?
It's something about Genty. He gives me that Trent Richardson vibe. It's something about him. I don't know what it is. I could be wrong, but it's feeling real Trent Richardson.
How many running backs in this draft class can you honestly have you heard are generational talents besides Genty and Amarion Hampton?
Okay, you look at Hampton, then you got those two guys over here at Ohio State. You can either go trade.
They're not generational talents, bro. They're not going to move the needle for Pete Carroll of this offense. You need a guy similar to that of Beast Mode, and that guy is Ashton Genty.
Well, but Hammer, come on now. Do you know who our offensive coordinator is? He just got through working with those guys. How wouldn't they move the needle? Either one of them.
Who do you think will have the longer shelf life out of those 4 running backs and go from top to bottom? Out of Genty, out of Hampton, out of Jukins, out of Henderson. Who's going to have the longer shelf life?
We really don't know who's going to have the best career. We don't know any freak injuries or what's going to happen like that. You know, all we can say. And another thing, when you look at the offense that we run, you know, you want a running back that can catch passes out of the backfield. I haven't really seen Genty do too much of that, especially last year.
We shall see as this goes, bro. We still have another, we're a little under 3 weeks away. I'm very intrigued to see what they do, at least for the first 3 rounds. But I do think that they are going to do the right thing, fill the necessary holes that need to be filled, and I think everything's going to take care of itself moving forward. We do have a quarterback now. We do have some really solid weapons on offense with Bowers, with Jacoby. Mostert is there. I'm looking at Mostert as second on the depth chart at the running back position, a guy that can score, a guy that's a touchdown machine in the red zone and the and goal line situations. We definitely do need another receiver, a true number 1, and maybe we do go that route in the second round. But I think Genty is the guy that we need at number 6 for this upcoming draft.
Right. I mean, I wouldn't be mad. You know, whoever we get, man, once we draft them and they become a Raider, I'm going to be on board with whoever we get, you know. So I just say that. But I just want to say one more thing before I get out. You know, it's kind of back to Shedeur. But it kind of seemed like, you know, the Raiders wasn't at his pro day because we were very high on him before the season. You know, Mark Davis made a lot of comments on him. You know, we seen Deion tell us to come get his son. I feel like the Raiders are playing possum, so, you know, that Shedeur can fall to them without them having to trade up. Because I think that's you know, they don't want to trade up to go get him. They don't want to lose any more picks.
I feel right now, out of the teams that did need a quarterback, those teams are good right now with what they got via free agency, whether it being a free agent signing or a trade. Like the Giants got both Jameis Winston and Russell Wilson. I feel like Shane and Dable are trying to do everything they can to secure their jobs. We talked about Mel Kiper's draft from earlier this morning. He did a 2-round mock. And he now has them taking, if I remember correctly, Abdul Carter. Now, with us, he has us taking Genty. He has us taking a linebacker in the second round. But you heard how I just talked about. You heard how I just
hated
talked
that
about
pick.
how the Giants had the 3rd overall pick, and everybody is thinking that Shador's going there. Kiper has Shador Sanders going 9th overall to the New Orleans Saints. What do you think about that?
Because I do believe he's going to drop. I don't think that the Giants need him. I feel like if what's the other guy from Colorado? Travis Hunter's there. I feel like they're going to take Travis Hunter all day. You feel me? And then it's just a better pick. But to the Saints, I wouldn't be mad at it. If he went to the Saints, it would be a good pick for the Saints. They have Derek Carr there, who's I feel the same way about Derek Carr when he was here. This time, he looks like he might be ready to retire. Derek Carr, and let's just leave it at that. Let's be nice today. He looked shitty last year, so I think they need a new quarterback. I wouldn't be mad at him going to the Saints, but I definitely think he's going to drop when you look at it. Because if Travis Hunter is on the board, I don't have the Giants passing up a talent like Travis Hunter.
Yeah. Mike, appreciate the call, man. We'll definitely talk soon, bro.
All right, man.
Take care.
You have a good one, man.
Thanks, man.
Yep.
All right. We're going to do one more, but how are we doing this right now? Somebody in the chat, anyone, Bueller. And salute to everybody on the TikTok side of things. Again, Raider Nation News today on YouTube. If you want to be part of the conversation, I appreciate y'all that have pulled on up over here. Just saw across the screen, has Deshaun Watson played his last down in the NFL? I thought he was playing for... Damn, Rorschach, I'm not highlighting that, bro. Good God. Y'all are out of control. Can't beat the first one? All right, so you know what? Do those things. Smash some thumbs, hammer that sub, crush the bell. Salute to the 111 that are in here. We had some fun. We talked about Kiper's latest mock draft. We heard from you guys. Salute to Mike for calling in. Salute to our resident meathead, Mr. L.A. Rob.
Yeah.
For calling in. And we did some really solid mock drafts. At least that's what you guys are telling me. We pretty much took a ransom from the Dallas Cowboys and really built up our franchise for years to come. And the second one, just didn't take a linebacker there. But I appreciate each and every single one of y'all. On your way out, again, if you haven't already, smash some thumbs, hammer that sub, crush the bell to stay up to date with all your Raiders news, rumors, updates, live streams, and reactions in the house that Hammer built by the nation for the nation. Raider Nation News Today. Continue to stay safe. Most importantly, be kind to one another. COVID or not, you should always remember to wash your hands and your asses. And as always, win, lose, or tie, Raider Nation till I die. Till next time, y'all. And of course, as always on my New York, peace, love, and positivity. And oh yeah, there's that part too.
And when I leave, come together like butt cheeks.
See you guys.